What's up, subscribers? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about Ideanomics stock and taking a look at their quarterly report that was just recently announced. But first, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so that you get notifications about our future videos talking about the stock market and personal finances. And while you're down there, if you haven't already, be sure to check out the links in the description to get your free shares of stock from Webull whenever you open and fund your account, as well as $10 of free Bitcoin from Coinbase whenever you open your account and make your first $100 purchase of cryptocurrency. So grab a cup of coffee or your favorite beverage of choice, and let's jump into it. Ideanomics just reported their Q4 and full year 2020 financial results, so without further ado, let's jump into it and take a look at their numbers. For the full year 2020, Ideanomics saw its revenue grow to $26.8 million, of which $19.5 million came from EV, which grew from $2.7 million in 2019, with this increase in revenue resulting in a gross profit of $2.1 million, which, although was down from 2019, was actually a step in the right direction in my opinion, since the gross profit in 2019 largely came off of sale of digital assets. Moving on to take a look at Ideanomics' balance sheet, we can see that throughout 2020 they were able to strengthen that as well, growing their total assets to $234 million, while at the same time also decreasing their total liabilities in the sum of $32.6 million. And in addition to that, with ongoing growth expected here in 2021, Ideanomics is sitting in excellent financial shape to fund their future growth, currently with cash and cash equivalents of $165 million on their balance sheet. And in terms of their operations, although Ideanomics did see an increase in their revenue, throughout 2020 they saw their net loss grow year over year, posting a net loss of $106 million, up from $97.6 million in 2019. So how has Ideanomics' share price responded to these earnings? Overall, it was a pretty quiet trading day for Ideanomics, up around 1.4%. But in after-hours trading, that has definitely changed, with Ideanomics shooting up over 9% on the tailwind of this earnings report. And while the share price is still substantially down from the highs that it saw 2 months ago at around $5.50 per share, this may be one of the catalysts that Ideanomics needed to help the share price to recover and reach those highs again. With all things considered, I'm actually pretty impressed with the earnings report that Ideanomics just came out with. 2020 was a tough year for all companies. And overall, I'm extremely impressed by how Ideanomics has been able to grow their business. I mean, sure, looking at it from a financial perspective, they do continue to take a net loss, and they saw their losses grow year over year. But Ideanomics has been able to strengthen its business, especially with the recent acquisition of Wave. So, for reasons that I've talked about in a prior video, I continue to remain extremely bullish about Ideanomics. But in terms of what actually happens with the share price here in the short term, honestly, your guess is as good as mine. The stock market continues to be extremely fragile right now, shooting up or down depending on any type of news that comes out. I mean, just look at another company that I'm very heavily invested in, ChargePoint. Last week, it was trading under $20 per share, and here at the time that I'm recording this video, it was up around 19%. So while I continue to love Ideanomics as a long-term investment, here in the short term, I have no idea what's going to happen. It may shoot up further, it may pull back, your guess is as good as mine. But regardless of what happens, if we see the share price pull back, I'll continue to take advantage of those buying opportunities to add to my long-term position. But just remember, these videos are never medical or financial advice. They're merely me researching a company and providing my own opinion about them. Ideanomics continues to be a very small market cap company, and as such, an investment in Ideanomics comes with a ton of inherent risk. So make sure you're doing your own research and only invest in Ideanomics if you're willing to accept those risks. What are your thoughts about Ideanomics? Are you invested in IDEX? Are you thinking about investing in this company? Where do you think the share price is going over both the short term and the long term? And what are your thoughts about the earnings that they just announced? Be sure to comment down below and let me know what you think. And while you're down there, if there are any other stocks or topics that you would like me to talk about in a future video, please feel free to comment that down below as well. As a reminder, this video is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a certified financial planner. I'm a resident physician with an interest in personal finances and investing. Please make sure you're doing your own research before you make any financial decisions. And please be sure to smash that like button and click on the subscribe button for the YouTube algorithm and to help support my channel. Thanks everyone. Have a great day.